Hey everybody, I'm Moody Boo and I am back with a house review. And this is on my Armani Prive collection, the few that I have. So I do want to talk about some of the Armanis that I want to get or I've rejected as well. So many years ago I did like Aqua de Joie. I don't know how to say it. Aqua de Joie. And isn't there another one? Goya? Anyway, I like those, but I preferred light blue if I was going to wear that kind of a aquatic smelling perfume to the Armani Aqua de Joie. Anyway, so, but I did also love, and I went through a bottle of the Armani Code. I think it's for women, maybe it's unisex, but the original, that was good stuff. I really enjoyed that one. I haven't tried any of the flankers since then, but I have been curious. I've been very curious. So Bois and Sens is another one that I tried a few years back, and I've really been on the fence about getting it. I may just end up with it one of these days, but I don't know. There's so many I want, so many. Now I tried Eau de Jade, and it just didn't do anything for me. But I'm going to revisit some of those old samples, some of my old Armani Prive samples, and just check them out again to make sure that, you know, my mind hasn't been changed. But yeah, I didn't really care for Eau de Jade. First time I tried it anyway. Myrrh Imperial is another one that I tried years back and loved, almost got. Why I didn't, I don't know. I'm not very good at controlling my impulses, so I'm really shocked I didn't buy a bottle, but I did. I also rejected buying a bottle of Because It's You. It was nothing special. It was just another perfume you'd find on the discount shelves at Target or something. It just never did anything for me, so I rejected that one. Now, Emporio Armani Night, A Night for Her, I really liked. In fact, Night for Her, I gave that sample to my son because it just smelled like something he would really like. It wasn't very feminine, in my opinion, and he wore the shit out of that sample. It smelled so good on him. It's totally unisex. And I almost bought him a bottle of that for a present, and I ended up getting him a different perfume altogether. But yeah, that's always been one of his favorites is Emporio Armani Night for Women. Even though, don't tell him it was for women. I just told him it was unisex. I never told him it was for women. He never would have worn it. And he loved it, and he got compliments on it. And it didn't smell feminine to him. So there you go. A label, another label destroyed, because if you ignore the men or woman that's put on top of there and just enjoy it for the perfume that it is, you're going to find that your fragrant repertoire expands rapidly. So yeah, that's good stuff. I also had, I don't know if I went through the bottle, but I had a bottle of Armani Diamonds years back. I'm pretty sure I gave it away. I think I gave it to my goddaughter. Anyway, yeah, I liked it for a while, and then I got really bored with it fast. So yeah, it was kind of a loved it, then rejected it kind of scenario. So I did used to have a bottle of Armani C and Armani, the red bottle, C Passion. I think, Passione. I really like both of them, but I never reached for them. Now, I kind of wish I still had the Passion. I think that would have been a good springtime perfume, but I gave it away to my nieces, and they probably love it, or they gave it away. I don't know. It's up to them what they do with it. Once it's out of my hands, it's not my problem. But I bought the C Passion as an impulse thing when I was at Honolulu Airport, because we had a little bit of time, so, but not much. So I ran into this store, and that was one of the first ones that was there. I was worried if I went too deep in the store and started smelling perfumes, because there was a lot of perfumes there, that my husband would get pissed at me because we'd miss our flight. So I didn't want to go past just the very front few aisles by the door. And and I grabbed that one, I sniffed it, and I bought it because I wanted to buy a perfume there, then, at that time, in that place. I do shit like that very often. But good thing I budget for it. I budget for my impulsivity. So the 3 that I did get, I'm very happy with. And I'll get started with the first one that I've already talked about, so I'm not going to say much about it. And the first one I'm going to talk about is Armani Prive Vert Malachite. Oh, this bottle is so pretty. Now, I tried the Rouge Malachite. I didn't like it. It was a little boring. Nothing real special about it. I might revisit that sample. I've got it around here somewhere. But this one, on the other hand, and it's weird because it's a white floral, heavy white floral. I mean, this is jasmine and lily, and there's ylang-ylang in there, and a little bit of citrus, a little bit of benzoin, a lot of vanilla. There's a very sweet white floral. It feels tropical though. But it is intense. This is one you have to be careful with the sprayer. Otherwise, you're going to smell like you just stepped out of a funeral home right during the middle of a funeral. I mean, seriously, this one is potent. There's a 1 spray only. Sometimes I even do it under my clothes just to give a little lightness, a little more lightness to it because it's thick. It's decadent. It's almost a carnal kind of a white floral. God, it's a pretty one. But this bottle of perfume, I'm going to have to will this to my children because there ain't no damn way I'm going to finish this whole thing in my lifetime as potent as it is. No. But it's a beauty. And the bottle. Gorge. The next one is Ambre Eccentrico. Oh, this is so good. This is amber and fruits, but they're dried fruits to me. They're not a juicy, pulpy kind of a fruit. They've been sitting in the sun a little while, and they have concentrated their smell. Oh, that scared me again. I'm so jumpy. Anyway, these fruits, have dried out in the sun a little while, just a little while, and then it's like they were put into an oven. And the aromas just mingled because you can't pick out any one fruit. But it's this heavy, it's almost like a tobacco fruit kind of a smell, like pipe tobacco, that kind of really heavy fruit, that smell you can get in pipe tobacco. That's kind of what it reminds me of. This almost smells like an ambery, tonka, cinnamon, fruity tobacco, pipe tobacco. I swear I have smelled this walking into a tobacco shop, this kind of an aroma. That's probably why it appealed to me so damn much. Because, oh my God, I love the smell of pipe tobacco. I just don't like the smoke. Oh my God, this is so pretty. I can't believe that I haven't sprayed this in like 2 months. I don't think I'm wearing anything. Oh yeah, I am. I'm wearing Sexual Healing by Art Meets Art. So I don't know if that'd be a good combo. I think I'll wait. Anyway, performance great. This is one of the prettiest perfumes I think I've ever smelled. This one is great. Armani knows his shit, that's for sure. And the last one coming up. The last one is also my latest one, and I have not had this one very long at all. I first smelled it in a magazine. Then somebody sent me a sample. I don't remember for why or what was going on with that, but they sent me a sample of the turquoise and the lazuli of the Armani Prive. And I was on the fence about the turquoise. I still am. I'm going to revisit that sample because I want that bottle. That is my non-precious birthstone is turquoise because I'm a December baby. And anyway, I want that bottle. So I have to like that perfume eventually. I have to because I have to have that bottle. Isn't that a great reason to buy perfume? You know, I should do a list, though, of my favorite perfume bottles, because I have made purchases, bought perfumes before for their bottle alone, even if I didn't like their perfume. So I might have to do that one of these times. Or at least just my favorite perfume bottles, because I don't own all of my favorite perfume bottles. And I'm not going to, because I know I don't like the perfume, but maybe I'll do that. Who knows? Anyway, Bleu Lazuli. Oh, look at that bottle. Oh, This reminds me of one of my favorite nights I had when I was younger, partying, I've ever had. It was in this old closed down church. And I used to sing in some bands, and I knew a lot of musicians. And so this band, this local band, had rented from the farmer whose property this old church was on, paid him so we could have a big party there. And it was a kegger, you know, because you always had to have kegs back then. And so the band set up at the altar. And then the keg was like in the back, where I think it was in the kitchen. But it wasn't really a kitchen. It was just this old room. There wasn't much in there. We had so much fun. This is vanilla and pipe tobacco and plum and mate and honey and cardamom and osmanthus and sandalwood. And there's some citruses in there, a little bit of floral. This reminds me of the aromas in that party, because we had some incense being lit. There was candles lit because there was no power to it. And people were smoking, you know, there was a period of time where smoking pipes was cool. People, you know, they thought they were cool and they were trying to be eclectic, and I smoked clove cigarettes. That's what I chose to do. But a lot of people went to the tobacco store to buy pipe tobacco and would smoke pipes, you know, and they were like 19 to 24, most of the people at these parties. And so there was a lot of pipe tobacco smell. There was some carnality there, and this honey gives it just a hint of nakedness, of skin. That's what I smell. It's like this is a sweet tobacco, fruity, honey kind of a smell of a skin, like you're smelling somebody's skin, like you're smelling I don't know how to, anyway, because when you sweat, you know, and everybody was dancing, so the perfumes that they were wearing, and this was probably early 80s, there were some powerhouse perfumes out there in the 80s. So people were sweating and their perfumes were just blooming, and the incense and the candles and the smell from the old church, from the wood pews that were still there, even though we'd moved a bunch of them out so that it was all around the edges, you could still smell everything. And maybe the wood oil they used. It's not a big churchy smell. What I'm saying is that it is a conglomeration of all of those aromas on that one night of partying, absolute bliss. We had so much fun. Was there some psilocybin mushrooms involved? I plead the fifth. Maybe, maybe not. We'll never know, will we? But this took me right there. It took me back to that party. And it's one of my favorites. It is one of my favorite perfumes. It's the most beautiful, fruity, vanilla, tobacco. Oh, and that's why I don't get why more people aren't into perfumes. Because when you find that perfume, that one perfume that instantly, I haven't thought about that party in 30 years. But instantly I smelled this and I went there. And I can tell you, because I was dating the drummer, so I can tell you, well, he didn't have his shirt on, he was shirtless, but what color the drums were, what color the lead singer's hair was, what he looked like. He was hot, but he was dating my friend. And what some of the dresses that some of the gals was wearing there, and some of the jeans. I mean, I can tell you the color of the candles, the layout of the church. I haven't thought about it, like I said, in 30 years. Easy. And I'm there again. Except for this time I'm not tripping like balls on shrooms. So anyway, I love Armani. I'm going to be exploring more of the Prive line because I absolutely adore it. I'm going to end up with that turquoise. I swear I'm going to end up on that with that turquoise. I have to have the bottle. And I like the perfume. I'm just not in love with it. The rouge, I want the bottle, but the perfume did nothing for me. It was no big deal. But I'll have to revisit that too because people's minds change. I'm telling you. So, all right. Okay, everybody. I hope you have a good day and you take care of yourselves. Peace.